Yo, Prince Sports here. You guys haven't noticed that Isiah Thomas is getting a lot of hate for being a scumbag? um, this Last Dance has really shaded Isiah Thomas in a bad way. Uh, and a lot of people are, throwing him under the bus for it. But my question is, Isiah Thomas is a scumbag. He is a grimy dude. I mean, he's a feisty, grimy dude. From the south side of Chicago. He has his tendencies of being, a very annoying pest. All right. Now, him being thrown under the bus and completely being discredited, and now you get into a point where people are calling him a bum when it comes to basketball. I think we're going a little overboard. Isiah Thomas is far from a bum on a basketball court. Okay, he's still an all-time great. And he's the one guy that beat 3 of the best players to ever play basketball. Most people have those 3 guys in their top 10 or top 5. So Isiah Thomas needs to get more credit than what he deserves. Yes, that is true. But I noticed you got guys like Michael Jordan, who's also a scumbag. But for some reason, the only difference between those 2 guys is one guy is so concerned with his image as being, a cookie cutter, clean guy from the suburbs that doesn't do nothing. He doesn't want any stains on his resume. He doesn't want to look bad in any way, whatsoever, shape, or form. And that's Michael Jordan. He's very conservative, all right? Which is no problem. I don't mind a brother being very conservative and being brought up with different values. But at the same time, understand this. There's a lot of people, your own people, Michael Jordan, that goes through the struggle, that come from poverty-stricken neighborhoods, that can't relate to some of the things that you talk about, Now, we're not asking for Michael Jordan to stand up for the community and stuff like that, You have to look at it from both ways, A lot of these people that so-called represent their community and do all this other stuff, a lot of times, sometimes the community itself turns their back on that person, and do some shady stuff. I mean, look what happened to Nipsey Hussle. He thought he was perfect. He thought he was good in his neighborhood, and look, he got taken out by his own people in his own neighborhood on his own block. So that goes to show you nobody's safe, or nobody truly has the hood on lock, so to speak. As a man, you just got to do what you got to do to provide for your family and come out of that. But is Isiah Thomas a more social justice warrior than Michael Jordan? Yes. Is he more realer in that aspect? Yes. And he's taken a big burden, and he happens to shoulder a big load of hate now because of this Last Dance documentary. All right? And some of it is his fault. Okay, now we're not going to give Isiah a complete pass. I mean, this guy is a scumbag, just like Jordan. The only difference is that he's paying for his scumbagness and shadiness, but Jordan's hiding away from his. All right, and keep in mind, Isiah Thomas is clout chasing, going all over the internet talking about, or interviews talking about, hey, why am I not on the dream team? I don't know why I'm not on the dream team. Yes, you do, dog. You do know why you're not on the dream team. Okay? Isiah Thomas is known for not getting along with a lot of people. He's beefed with a lot of basketball players. And in this video, I'm going to show you the proof of him beefing with several players. All right? So, take a look at some of these players, and you will see some of the names other than Michael Jordan that he's beefing with. You know what I'm saying?
Karl Malone.
What?
I knew something was coming. I knew it was coming. intentionally. I knew you know what? If I can say this, Isaiah, he intentionally opened up an old wound.
You sound like Little John over there. What?
My good. Hey, you've got him in stitches with that comment. Watch this.
Wound and stitches, they go together.
Oh, I remember.
Two guards.
Did he want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but no, I did not want him on the team.
I don't mind Michael Jordan saying, I didn't want Isiah to be on the dream team. I don't mind, you know, if Larry Bird said, I don't want Isiah to be on the dream team. But if Scottie Pippen say, I don't want Isiah to be on the dream team.
That's the problem.
Man, come on. You can't say nothing.
Okay, I got a new topic for all the courts.
If Jordan is like, look, I'm not playing. If Isiah plays, okay, all right. Scottie Pippen, I'm not playing if Isiah plays. Man, go to the park.
3D, I need you to get up for a second. Get up for a second, if you would, 3D. Okay. And Isaiah, lay down on the couch. So how long have you been harboring this, Isaiah? Are you feeling better now that it's come out, Isaiah?
Well, you know, Ernie, it's been a while. It's been on my mind, for about, 25 years right now.
To date on the Isiah Thomas controversy, there have been a couple of developments. Let's take you back and show you the comment in the press. He said that Larry Bird is a very good player and exceptional talent, but if he were black, he would be just another good guy. Today, Isiah arrived in L.A. Larry Bird appeared side by side at a news conference, and Bird had this comment at the session.
If Isiah tells me that it was a joking matter, I think we should leave it at that.
Isiah Thomas was with us here earlier, Pistons, Bulls, you guys had that rivalry. He had something to say about you and your squad. Let's take a listen and react to that first.
I don't really want to hear this.
No, you got to hear it, Scotty.
This is head-to-head, Detroit, Isiah better than Chicago.
Right.
Oh, all I'm saying is Giannis got help.
Look at the record. Look at the record. Look at the record.
Hold on.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Hey, Scotty coming in here after me, right?
Scotty's here.
Yeah, ask him. Get that Sherlon champagne
Get that Sherlon.
and pour it all over Max's head.
Okay. We are
just
not
won the
done
title.
yet from beautiful
The Pistons
Chicago.
are the best.
Nobody on that team wanted to play with him. Michael Jordan didn't want to play with him, and these are Magic's words. Scottie Pippen wanted no part of him. Bird wasn't pushing for him. Karl Malone didn't want him. Who was saying we need this guy? Nobody.
When this HIV announcement came and the reaction of all these people around him, people that he thought were his friends, to back away and to shy away from him, and then to find out that Isiah Thomas, the one guy he thought he was going to be able to count on through all of this, to find out that he was questioning Irvin's sexuality, how he got this disease, and questioning people about it, it was devastating to him.
Okay, so you saw that, right? Now, what do those guys all have in common? They all played on the Dream Team, all right? They all did not want Isiah Thomas on the Dream Team. This is why they all asked who's playing with us, So if you pitted Isiah Thomas on that Dream Team, there's a good chance neither one of those guys will want it to be on it, So Isiah Thomas did some shady shit. You was best friends with Magic Johnson. You guys kissing on and off the court, and to a point that a lot of people thought you guys was a little funny in some ways, when he thought you had his back, you didn't, you doned your best friend under the bus, and he was partly responsible for a lot of rumors that came out with Magic Johnson when he caught HIV. And, it was very scumbagish of what he did. You know, I mean, there's no buts, ifs about it, and you know, it's just what it is. It's just how the situation turned out. But him and Jordan is a complete different story. You know, that beef is a little more personal on and off the court. But back to Magic Johnson, to do that to Magic, and that was your best friend, was kind of cold. I know you guys hugged it out, patched things up, you know, but at the time, Magic Johnson didn't want to have nothing to do with you because you were spreading those rumors. You know, you were fighting Larry Bird, you know, with those race comments, you know. He had to go on national TV to address that. So, I mean, even though Dennis Rodman was the official guy to say that at first, he was still on the front line of war, co-signing that. You know, Isiah Thomas was co-signing that. And he made comments on that too. But he's trying to sneak away from it and say he had nothing to do with it. You know, that's a lie. You did have something to do with it. You know, there's several reports of what you said, as you've seen in the video. You know, so he's been known for a scumbag. You know, he's been beefing with Karl Malone. He's beefing with all these dudes. You know, same thing goes to Michael Jordan. You know, he's beefing with Charles Barkley because Charles Barkley said he was a bad GM. So being the guy that Michael Jordan is, he doesn't want any stains on his resume. He did the same thing. You know, he not even he backed off from being friends with a guy that had his back from day one. Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan was close. Now they haven't even talked to each other in over 20 years. Isn't that petty or what? You know what I'm saying? But before we throw Isiah Thomas under the bus, keep in mind, Jordan was the same way. They have Isiah Thomas and Michael Jordan have a lot in common. This is why they don't like each other, because they both grimy and petty. The only difference is Isiah Thomas does his griminess in a hood way, and he represents the people on the block more. And Michael Jordan does his pettiness and griminess behind the scenes. He's like a paper gangster, you know? So if you wanted to compare these two guys, Isiah Thomas would be Suge Knight, and Michael Jordan would be Puff Daddy, a paper gangster, you know? You know, ripping people off like how he did the locks and all that type of stuff, and every artist that's signed to his label, you know? Peace. So, and also don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about this Isiah Thomas hate.